Welcome into the live stream here from McCready and Siskey, powered by Rain Total Body Fuel. I'm Neal. That's Tyler.
What it is, sir?
Good. Appreciate you having a little patience. Running a few minutes late. Had some. I had a stupid snafu this morning.
It happens.
Just stupid thing. It was just an unforced error. Was what it was. No big deal. But we caught it. No big deal. All worked out. So fine. So we're with you here on this Thursday, October the 3rd. Hope everybody is having a good week as you wind it down, getting ready for another weekend. If you're traveling like me, hope you're safe. Hope you have safe travels. And about to get rolling whenever you're ready.
Let's do it. Let's just crank her up.
When you start reading ads, I'm going to go to Carson's room and fill up my thing with some water. The voice is just working on it.
Hey, you only got like 5 more shows to go. You're good.
I'm almost there.
Almost there.
Almost to a finish spot.
All right. Let's crank her up.
Welcome into episode 216 of McCready and Siskey, powered by Rain Total Body Fuel. I'm Neal McCready. That is Tyler Siskey here on Thursday, October the 3rd, 2024, as we wrap up another week of McCready and Siskey. Hope everyone out there is doing well. Hope you have a great weekend. Appreciate you spending part of your Thursday with us. We are brought to you each and every week by Rain Total Body Fuel, 300 milligrams of natural caffeine, BCAAs, electrolytes, zero sugar. It's got what you need to push the limits and achieve your goals. Check them out on Instagram at Rain Body Fuel to learn more.
Neal, it is a Mega Rain Thursday, and I am going with the classic, the one that gets your mind right, the one that will make you grow hair on your head if you don't have any, like me and your boy Scoops, the Rain Red Dragon Inferno. So you know we're coming in hot today. The Cooper Chevrolet chat will be bumping today, and remind everybody at Cooper Chevrolet, check out these deals on Tahoes. You can get the brand new Chevy Tahoe with up to $7,600 off, or you can make no payments until next year. That's right, 2025. You can drive one today from $779 a month, or over 120 SUVs available right now at Cooper Chevrolet. If you need a vehicle, go see our good friends at Cooper Chevrolet. Give them a call at area code 256-236-4481. That's 256-236-4481. Scoops are also brought to you by our good friend Brandon and their friends at PTG Outdoors. They are a Camus boats dealer. They have both fresh and saltwater boats. They sell and service Mercury outboards. They do custom marine electronic installations with Garmin, Humminbird, and Low Ranch products. You can get all of your fishing needs and custom golf cart retrofits where they replace all of the batteries with a single lithium battery. They have locations in Grenada, Mississippi. Make sure you go to, more importantly, it doesn't matter if you're on TikTok, Twitter, it doesn't matter where you're watching us today, go to ptgoutdoors.com, or you can give our guys a call at 662-459-9311.
There you go.
Let's go, Scoops. It is time for a Mega Rain Thursday. Let's get this bad boy started and cranked up, because I know you got your proxy, your special guest coming in at 2:30. So we're going to go ahead and get on some of these deals before we get our picks in.
If there's ever life advice, here's life advice. We're going to knock this out. Life advice presented by Cole Walters, State Farm Insurance. Cole is licensed in auto, home, life, health, business, and pet insurance for the whole state of Georgia. Contact Cole at 706-525-7850. They can also find Cole at ColeWaltersInsurance.com. I want you to answer this honestly.
Okay, I'll answer it honestly.
Starting today, ending on Monday night, how many football games will you say you watch?
Like total?
Yeah.
25, 30.
Okay. You have coached football at the high school and college level, including working for Nick Saban.
293 times on Saturdays.
Okay. That's my point. If you were in a court of law, we would probably say, all right, yeah, he's an expert.
I've done my 10,000 hours.
Campbell, my lovely daughter, who I love dearly, she's 23 and a half years old. Campbell, last weekend, let's see. I would venture to guess Campbell watched 10 plays.
Okay.
Maybe remembers none of those plays. Had virtually no idea You both bet on 11 football games.
We tied.
You both went 4-6-1. Life advice. If you just want to dabble a little, dabble. If you're really trying to make money, that ain't the way. And there's proof.
Yeah.
That's not even, I mean, I realize that's a little anecdotal, but it ain't that anecdotal.
I feel like I'm finding my stride, though. I feel like I'm finding my stride.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I usually find it late.
You just tied a 23-year-old who doesn't watch the sport.
We will. Now, see, now I'm getting serious. Now I got to get, now you get my competitive juices going.
I get it. I mean, you're more competitive about this than I am. I'm pointing it out for our friends out in YouTube land.
See, when I
be careful.
When I get competitive, my mindset goes, I just refuse to lose. I just simply refuse. I will not allow it to happen.
I understand.
I just refuse to allow it to happen.
That's not really the point of this life advice. That's not the point at all. But the life advice is think about that this weekend when you're like, you know what,
I like that pick.
Be cool.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
That's right. All right, Neal. You know, you and I'm going to keep a strict eye over here on the old TikToker. I'm going to make sure I keep a strict eye before we go to this next topic.
Yeah.
I really want to talk about this on the show. And if you are a new listener to our show, which we have a bunch of new listeners, you're going to get this from time to time. The University of Wyoming joins Boise and Southern Utah in refusing to play San Jose State in women's volleyball. Why? Because San Jose has a biological born male named Blair Fleming playing for their team.
Mm-hmm.
And they have refused to play the games. First of all, I would like to applaud Boise, Southern Utah, and Wyoming for standing up, because I think it's going to take something like this to get anybody's attention. Let me tell you where I'm not happy and tell you where I'm pissed off. And I hadn't even got the red dragon in me yet, so this is a genuinely pissed off. For every single person out there that has a voice and is not saying something about this, shame on you. Shame on you. You're so worried about what your network or whoever hires you that you're scared to say anything because you don't want to upset anybody. Shame on you. Shame on you. We are living in times right now. I'm highly pissed about this. Okay? I'm really highly pissed about this. For everybody that's not covering this and not going out and saying, hey, this is wrong, that can't happen, anything like that. If you're not standing up for, and then we talk about women's rights, like there has been 100 years have gone on in women's rights to get to where we are in the country today. There was a point in time when they wasn't even allowed to vote. Okay? All this, we're tearing it down step by step by step. There's nothing wrong with Blair playing volleyball. Go play on the men's volleyball team if you're good enough because you were born a biological male. Go perform there. But if you are behind a microphone and you have a platform and you're not saying something about this, shame on you. That is bad human. That's not even bad American. That's bad human. And now we're living in, now we got this going on now where we have Americans in North Carolina that are trying, that we can't take care of our own people in North Carolina. And guess what? We're not talking about it. Nobody's covering it. Nobody's talking about it. And it pisses me off. Because you're not standing up for what's right. You're being a bad person. Mm-hmm. Okay? You're being a bad person because you're not standing up because you're scared to address it because you're afraid of what somebody else is going to say. Okay? Well, let me explain something to everybody. Okay? One of these days, we're all checking out. We're just renting this earth. We're all going to check out. And you're going to have to stand before the good Lord and you're going to have to answer for your actions. You're going to have to make an answer for the decisions that you've made as a human being. And that's bullshit. That is complete bullshit. It's complete chicken shit that nobody is standing up for what's right with people. And that pisses me off. It really does. It genuinely pisses me off as a human being that we live in a country. We've turned this country into, we're scared of confrontation because we're scared of what somebody else is going to say. Fuck that. It pisses me off that people will not say what's right and will not do what's right. And it's just basic human decency. That's all it is. That's all it is basic human decency of taking care of people and doing the right thing. So for everybody out there that hears this, if you are standing behind a microphone, I'm sure Cole's going to clip this. And if you're standing behind a microphone and you're not addressing this and you're not talking about it, shame on you, not as an American, not as a Republican, not as a Democrat, but shame on you as a human being. That's simple human decency.
I can't agree more. I mean, first, to the people at Boise and Southern Utah and Wyoming, it's the only way. It's the only way. I had this conversation with Riley Gaines 2 years ago when she was on MPW. And I said the only way that women are going to stop this is if other women stand up. That's it. Every man in the world can stand up and it won't matter. The only way it stops is if women say, nope, not going to do it, not going to participate. That's it. It's the only way. Because if the games get canceled, enough games get canceled, people will stand up, and it has to trickle all the way down to the little leagues, to stuff like that. You know what you're looking at when you look at it. Stand up to it. Or be silent and watch people take your rights away.
Yeah.
Watch people take your freedoms away. And then the deal in North Carolina. I've read you this text. It's a friend of mine sent me this today. I won't identify him because he doesn't know I'm doing this. My wife's friend lives in North Carolina, he writes. Her husband is a firefighter. This is this morning when he wrote this, so I'm referring to Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday, he found 40 dead people in the mud and a 4-year-old boy alive but stuck in the mud. Think about that. One firefighter in North Carolina. I can't vouch for the veracity of this. I don't know. But there are reports out there that there's dead bodies everywhere, that the death count's going to be, over 500?
I've heard. I don't know. Again, I don't know the validity of that, but that's what I've heard.
It should be the lead story every single day on every single network. There should be so much assistance going towards the people of North Carolina. Instead, FEMA says we're out of money. And the sitting vice president of the United States says we'll give everybody $750. For people who've lost everything, $750. Oh, that's going to do it. That solves it. How generous. It's I know that everyone's we're going to talk football, we're going to talk football. But it's beyond egregious. It really is. It's sick. So those are my. Yeah. I can't do it as well as you just did it. So
well, that's just the point. Is that at some point in time, okay? At some point in time, we're trying to pick sides, right? You got people that are right, we got people that are left, and everybody's doing but nobody is just be a fucking human, man.
No, we gotten away from that.
Just be a human.
There's nothing in the middle.
There's nothing right about a freaking dude playing female sports.
Of course not.
There's nothing right about that.
No.
And anybody that says, oh, this is okay, you're fucked up. You need help. You're fucked up if you think that's right.
Nobody really believes it. They just say it because it's a virtuous thing to say. And then the media doesn't really cover what's happening in North Carolina because they don't want to. Those are people that don't matter to them. They don't advance an agenda, even though the agenda should be Americans are hurting. Fellow Americans should help Americans who are hurting. That's it. Through nothing there was nothing they could do. Right? It was a natural disaster, and people then try to turn it into like climate change and stuff. Why don't we save that debate for after we've pulled all the people out of the mud, and people have water, and people have food, and people have power back? Why don't we handle that first, and then we can have some debate about climate change? Even though our little portion of the globe, if you spin the globey thing, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
We don't eat up the whole globe. We're just like right here. There are lots of other big countries that have big land masses on the globe thingy that are not doing all the green stuff. I mean, but that debate can wait. People literally in some towns in North Carolina have gone days without water.
Yeah, they're talking about in East Tennessee and West North Carolina, maybe 5 weeks before they can get water. And this is in our freaking country,
Yeah,
man.
some of those people won't survive like that. I mean, it's just
It's sickening that it's sickening to me that the lack and we're talking about again, we live in a country that has come a long way in women's rights, civil rights has come a long way. And we're managing in a short period of time of just shitting all like just losing all kinds of progress on that. Like this is not even hard. This is just simple human decency on many aspects. But now you got it. Now you got it going over into sports and everything else. And I get it. And I apologize to everybody that came here to listen to football. I understand that. But here's the point: this is much bigger than a game. And my point, I made this on we did a live today. I made this point on the day. Do you know why we can sit here and talk about sports and we can enjoy football games? It's because somewhere down the road, okay, in the past, in very different times in our, there have been Americans, okay, our citizens that have paid the ultimate price. That means their life, so we can talk about football. And there's no respect on that. There's no respect on the people that have sacrificed. And then here's the other thing. It really pisses me off. Go back in any time, all these protests and any kind of action, protest action, or when you stand up, okay? When you stand up against something, it takes some bravery because that doesn't come without sacrifice, okay? Example, okay? If I ever had which I don't, but if I had any aspirations of being some kind of sportscaster or going on to ESPN or ABC, dude, it would take 5 minutes to pick up this clip right here. I'm done. I will never, you never have to worry about that, right?
Yeah.
You have to, if you have any nuts about yourself as a human being, okay? I'm not talking about everybody's like, and somebody said it in chat a minute ago, well, they may get fired. Fuck that. If you work in a job that being a decent human being is going to get you fired, you're in the wrong profession. You're in the wrong profession if you feel like I can't earn a living because I can't be a good human being. And all of these people, the female athletes, WNBA, and all these female athletes, they've worked their whole life to get there. Mm-hmm. They are not saying anything because they don't want to lose their endorsements. They don't want to lose a deal. If being a shit person and not standing up for what's right in the country cost you money, so be it. That's part of the sacrifice. But this is bullshit what's going on in North Carolina. It's bullshit what's going on in sports, when female sports. And until somebody stands up and says, hey, it's going to cost you something. It's not going to be free. It's going to cost you something. But I will believe this too. I believe in karma. I do. I believe in karma. And standing up, you may lose an endorsement, but you'll gain 10 more.
Someone mentioned Sage Steele in the thread. That was the name that was popping up in my mind. She's fantastic. She's in Oxford some now. I think she has a daughter or a son, something. As a freshman at Ole Miss, I think. I think she was at one of the games recently. I don't know if it's daughter or son. She was here because of a child that's here. She stood up at ESPN, just sort of said, "I'm out."
Yeah,
I had a lot of admiration for that.
All right.
You want to catch your breath?
Yeah, let me catch my breath. We'll
all right. This show's is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Yeah, no doubt. I need to call it.
What's something that scares you? Share a fear, no matter how big or small. Halloween lets us have fun with what scares us. But what about those fears that don't involve zombies and ghosts? Therapy's a great tool for facing your fears, finding ways to overcome them, because sometimes the scariest thing is not facing our fears in the first place, holding ourselves back. I've benefited from therapy. Helps me to put adversity in perspective, helped me get the tools to work through some difficult times. Therapy is helpful for learning positive coping skills, how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself. It isn't just for those who've experienced major trauma. So if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. Switch therapists anytime you want for no additional charge. Overcome your fears with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/MPW today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/MPW.
All right, real quick before Campbell comes in, the worst kept secret in college football came to fruition. I thought the timing was convenient. Deuce Knight flips from Notre Dame to Auburn, quarterback. If you're an Auburn fan, look, I think he's a extremely high upside kid. he is not the answer. Okay. He is a long-term answer, not a short-term answer. They still are going to have to go get a portal quarterback.
Have they given up on the kid from Little Rock that they signed a year ago?
All right. So I got to ask that question, though. The white kid, right? White was it?
Walker
White.
Yeah.
All right. So here's my thing on him, right?
Walker White. Walter White was from.
What did I say, Walter?
You said Walter because Walter is from Breaking Bad.
That is correct.
Walker White is the quarterback from.
If Walker White, if they had any aspirations of him being a long-term solution, he would be playing ahead of Hank Brown and Peyton Thorne right now. That means he's got, not to say he won't be a long-term solution, but that means he's got a long way to go. There's no way that if he
a lot of work to do,
right? Okay. So I think they're going to sign Deuce Knight and sign Deuce Knight. I think they're going to get a portal guy to bridge the gap, right? Actually, I would bet I would smart money's there. Just to let y'all know that. That's where the smart money's at.
Okay.
All right, but here's the thing: is the timing. Timing was very convenient. I think this could have been done. I knew about this in August. I think you knew about it in August.
Yes.
I knew about it like August 3rd, 5th. It's been done that long.
I can't remember, but yeah.
But the thing is that the timing was very convenient after losing a couple games and losing momentum, and it answered two questions. One is it's like, oh, all of a sudden you forget about Oklahoma. We got this big quarterback coming through here, so it's like a shell game. It's a fugazi, it's a fugazi. We got you going over here, right? And so look over here. But we're doing this over here. Look over here. The timing was very good. And then the second thing that it answers is this. It kind of gives me a little glimpse into the future. Evidently, money trumps recruiting winning right now. So, hey, right now, so far, money trumps winning. Early results. The mail-in ballots are back in. We got the mail-in early ballots back in. And I mean, like, there was no way
in this world
5 years ago. No way, Neal. 5 years ago, no way does this kid commit 5 years ago. No way does this kid commit to Auburn 5 years ago. You just can't convince me of that.
No, well, now he can go ahead and get his bag, and if it works out, great, and if it doesn't, he can skate.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, I got to get my competitive juices on right now. I'm going to turn the hat on backwards. I'm going to have to flip the switch. I'm going to have to go over the top on Campbell this week. I'm going to have to – she doesn't even know what the movie Over the Top is, does she? Let's see if she's watched it. What do you think the odds are she's watched it?
0.
Campbell, have you
I don't know.
Have you ever seen the movie Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone?
I know. I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's on. I'm sure you can get it on Amazon Prime. It's a great motivational movie. It's an arm wrestling movie with Sylvester Stallone. And he gets.
I don't even know.
You don't know who Sylvester Stallone is?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
What, Neal?
Whoa.
Neal, how have you raised your children?
Well, I'm going to go look.
Campbell cannot tell you who Sylvester Stallone is.
Okay, hold on. Let me help her. Who stopped the Cold War? Who prevented the Cold War from happening? Who stopped the Soviet Union?
Neal, I'm so disappointed in you right now.
Campbell.
Oh, Parker just said, I haven't seen that movie either. She just texted me.
Campbell, Rocky Balboa? You've heard of Rocky Balboa?
Have you watched a Rocky movie?
No.
Neal, look, Scoops, you have to have a conversation about parenting after this.
This is failure.
This is failure, major failure on a parenting part.
All right, Campbell, text Brock right now and ask Brock if he has ever seen a Rocky movie.
What about Rambo? Have you heard of Rambo?
No.
Oh my gosh. Neal, what are you doing?
You want to know something? I've never watched Rambo.
I quit. This show's been brought to you by the Biden-Harris administration 2024.
I'm getting chats from Parker. She said, I've seen every Rocky movie, and Brock said he has seen a Rocky movie.
Okay, well, you can just tell Brock that the next time you all come to Oxford, we are watching the Rocky epilogue.
Okay.
This is not acceptable.
All right, hang on. We got one in the chat. Maybe, have you seen Creed?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
I know what these are, though. Like, I've heard of them, but have I sat down and watched them? No.
Oh my gosh.
I don't watch movies, y'all.
Rocky Balboa. Rocky Balboa is the reason that we have freedom in our country today. Without Rocky Balboa, we would be a communist country. Rocky Balboa on Christmas Day,
1985,
following the death of Apollo Creed at the hands of Ivan Drago. Rocky Balboa went to Russia, trained essentially in Siberia for months, and then fought
without his wife at first because she
didn't believe in him. She didn't believe in him.
She didn't believe in her own
She didn't
husband.
believe in him. I'll never forgive her for it.
By the way, one of the greatest soundtracks of all time.
Oh, it is.
Do you know what a soundtrack is for a movie? Do you know what a soundtrack is?
I mean, yes, I'm not
Okay.
stupid.
Well, no, they used to be popular. They're not as popular anymore. They used to be like every time a big movie like Rocky, they would sell it like it's its own CD or its own.
I think like the movies that I go and watch, like the soundtracks become really popular.
Okay.
Okay. We're making progress.
This soundtrack, if I ever like need some juice to go run,
no question,
I will turn on something like Eye of the Tiger and then the training montage. And next thing you know, man, I'm running 6-minute miles. I'm just flying up the streets.
Have you ever heard the song Eye of the Tiger?
Oh yeah, she's heard.
Yeah.
Okay, that was made famous in Rocky.
I used to sing that on American Idol, the Wii game.
Yeah,
okay.
There you go.
Hey,
see?
Okay.
There you go.
So
okay.
that counts something.
We're better. All right, Campbell, I don't know if you are aware of what happened. You went 4-6-1 last week. I also went 4-6-1, so we tied. You have now become a formidable opponent because you have now tied me for the week. I had a bad week. You had, but we're going to do this thing right. Your father and his proxies are down 13.8 units going into the day. He's 12-26-1. I'm 24-24-2. I'm up 0.45. He is down 13.35. Or excuse me. He's down 12.35. So it's 13.8 units. I hadn't got it written down, but it's 13.8 units that you're down going into today.
Ignore all of that and just do your best.
See, that was you like my psychology I was pulling there?
Yeah. You're trying to make her think this is think about it this way.
I'm pretty good at this.
It's a really tall mountain, but that didn't stop Rocky Balboa when he was climbing the mountain in Russia. He just not only that, he would put a big thing on his back and just run up the mountain.
It was a oxen thing.
He pulled a truck. The Russians were spying on him, and they got stuck. And he went and basically attached his body to it and pulled them out of. It had to have been 8 feet of snow.
Yeah, he outran a Mercedes with chains.
It was unbelievable.
In the snow.
It really was.
It was awesome.
It really was.
All right. We're going to let you open it up here as the guest proxy.
No pain.
No pain.
No pain.
No pain.
No pain.
No pain. Cut me, Mick. Cut me, Mick. Cut me, Mick. Campbell's going, what the hell am I got myself into? Campbell.
She's known me a while. She's.
Give us your first pick of Make It Rain.
Okay, well, first, I have a different shout out from Ellen this week. Ellen did not help me at all.
Oh,
I texted, was busy. But I got an email this morning at work. Zach Stevens from Horn, y'all know I work at Horn. I got an email from him, and he gave me some suggestions. So
okay, so we got no Ellen this week, but we got Campbell, and Campbell's proxy is Zach.
Yes, coworker Zach.
Okay, coworker Zach. Let's go. Me versus Campbell and coworker Zach.
Zach said it takes a village to beat Siskey.
It does.
Yeah,
it does. They almost
so
did
now we got
last week, but let's go. What we got? Game one. Who we got?
Okay, Tulane versus UAB. I'm gonna go with Tulane.
Oh, I like that. You got the lines pulled up over there. It was 14, I think. 14 and a half, somewhere in there.
Do you know what time that game is?
I do not. I know it's not nighttime. I do know that.
Okay, I'll find it.
So we're taking the Tulane Green Wave against UAB. UAB's got some funny stuff going on over there. We talked about that on the Turn the Page Tuesday. And Tulane's kind of got their schedule coming to them a little bit. Tulane's starting to play really good. Found a quarterback. I actually like this pick. It's not on my list, but I do like the pick. I feel confident that you're going to start 1-0. Okay, was that a
Tulane's minus 15?
Minus 15.
Minus 15.
Okay, will you keep them called up to check mine because I did mine last night?
Yep, I've got it up.
Okay,
that's what.
You can't do that with your daughter on the freaking horn.
I stopped it.
You can't do that.
She's a big Office fan too, so she
okay,
would know.
But it's still dark. You can't do that with your daughter on the horn over there. All right, Neal, my first pick. I've been saying this all week long. I've said it. I picked this pick last Saturday on the postgame show, Neal. I need you to check the line because I haven't looked at it in 2 days. The Ole Miss Rebels, Campbell, they're traveling to Columbia, South Carolina. Your father, Neal Scoops McCready, will be in attendance doing his job. He'll be doing mass reporting. He will be going to all the press conferences. He will be getting his sleep and his NyQuil to get over the funk that he has right now. He will be turning the air conditioner down to 50.
It's -9.
But give me the Ole Miss Rebels -9 in a get-right game on the road. Everybody in the planet is going, I don't know, South Carolina may cover. I think Ole Miss may win. I'm going and I'm going to say this, hey, cover earmuffs. I'm going to say this because I've said it all day. It's drop your nuts Saturday. It's drop your nuts Saturday. If you can win, if you have aspirations of going to the playoffs, if you have aspirations of being a good team, this is the get-right game. This is where you make it happen. Give me the Ole Miss Rebels -9. And the Red Dragon is empty, by the way, just so you'll know.
Thank God. All right, Campbell. He's going Ole Miss -9. What's your second pick?
Clemson versus Florida State. I'm going to go with Clemson.
Oh, I like it. I like that a lot. Let's see what that line is. That's Clemson -15.
Clemson -15. I also like this pick. I think Florida State is doing DJ Ukulele, as your father calls him, a big favor here. He's got a hand injury. I do think he's actually hurt, but dude, the last thing this guy needs is to play
his feelings are hurt. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, the last thing he needs is to get his teeth kicked in by his former team for his social media mentions. I actually like that. You're 2-0. Congratulations, Campbell. You're 2-0.
What do I get if I beat you in this little competition?
That's a good question. And just week to week, would you like to join in the season-long punishment? Because we can come up with a punishment for you because I'm getting serious now.
Well, it depends. Flying to Alaska.
No. So you can join. You're more than welcome to join your father. So if Scoops loses, he has to go to Talladega during the spring race. We're going to get him a tent. He has to stay in the infield over the weekend. He has to wear cowboy boots, Daisy Dukes, and the shirt we're negotiable on, because I don't want to put him in. Your mother is not a big fan of the original plan was wearing a shirt that says Dale Earnhardt's overrated. But your mother's not a big fan of that right now, so we may have to manipulate the shirt a little bit. But he's going to hang out in the infield and hang out with his people, with my people.
I'm not going to do that. So if
I lose, I have to go do I have to spend the night in a haunted house, which I'm terrified of ghost. Is it her room that has the ghost?
No, is it Caroline's room has the ghost.
Ghost.
Say it again.
There's no ghost.
Thank you. It makes me feel better. I don't do ghost. I'm terrified of ghost.
Ghost or something?
Caroline says there's a ghost in there, remember?
No, Carol. That's whatever.
What she said.
She's
gonna say that, but I don't think so.
All right, my second game, Neal. My second game. The Indiana Hoosiers. My fighting Cignettis. My fighting Matt Wilsons. The Indiana Hoosiers are traveling to Northwestern. And when you look up that line, is around 14, is somewhere around there. What is it at?
-13.5.
Oh, -13.5. Even better. Give me the hook. The closest thing, when you say, hey, Northwestern, you're underdogs by 13.5, they think you're talking about PSATs. They think you're talking about MCATs. They don't have any idea it has anything to do with the scoreboard. Give me the Indiana Hoosiers all over Northwestern, because let me tell you what the Hoosiers do. They score points. They're playing. Give me the fighting Kurt Cignettis, who, by the way, on Coach of the Year pace, heads up, on Coach of the Year pace in Bloomington. Give me the Indiana Hoosiers -13.5 on the road at Northwestern.
All right, Campbell, what's your third college pick?
Oregon State. They're playing Colorado State. I'm going with Oregon State.
Oregon State over Colorado State. All right, let's see what that line is.
I'm not a fan of this pick. I just want to let you know. Because
Oregon State's an 11.5 point favorite at home.
You can take that up with Zach.
I'm not a fan of this because our boys are our CSU Rams are quick U clients. So I hope you lose this one for my business sake. What was it? Minus what?
11 and
11 and a half. All right. My third pick, Neal. I'm also going out west, Neal. I'm going all the way to the last game on Saturday night. It's woke versus Coke. Give me the Miami Hurricanes. I got them at minus 10. Is that what you got them at?
10 and a half.
Give me the Miami Hurricanes. Coke is going to destroy woke. Give me the Miami Hurricanes minus 10 and a half on the road against the Fighting Tree Huggers Saturday night.
Coke versus woke.
You like that one?
So true.
All right, am I wrong?
No, you're right.
I mean, I'm not wrong. Let's go.
Coke versus meth. But yeah, sure.
Coke versus mushrooms.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. When you go to a Mellow Mushroom in Berkeley, then there's no pizza.
I'm peeping over here at the old TikToker, making sure I'm still good.
All right, Campbell, college pick number 4.
So Louisiana, how do this Lafayette versus Southern Miss. I'm gonna go with Louisiana. We say it a little different in Oxford.
ULL. ULL's a 15 and a half point favorite at Southern Miss.
I do think you did bring up a good point there. I think we try to go to all these presidents and ads and coaches we've been spending all this time going to Washington trying to fix NIL. Whatever bill we come up with, if there's ever a bill, can we please come to a consensus on how we pronounce Lafayette?
It should be Lafayette. That's how everyone does
it.
I don't know why.
People say Lafayette. Some people.
So in Alabama we have Lafayette.
That's up here. They say
Oxford. The county is Lafayette. That's how you say it.
And then it's Lafayette in some places.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to come up with a way to pronounce that, a universal way. Because when you say the wrong pronunciation, they get offended. People get offended.
FEMA can't even figure out how to pay people to get them out of the mud in North Carolina.
What do we
think they're going to pronounce this correctly?
What are we doing?
I mean, let's be realistic.
What are we doing?
What you got?
All right, Neal. So my fourth pick, my favorite pick of the week. I feel safe in picking this one because I know Campbell won't pick it. In Fayetteville, Arkansas, there's a game taking place with the Tennessee Vols coming off a bye week. Is going to Fayetteville, and they're taking on Campbell, calling the Hogs, McCready. The Tennessee Vols are are favored by 13.
I'll see.
I had them at 13 last night. And it doesn't matter.
13 and a half.
It's 13 and a half. The Tennessee Vols are favored by 13 and a half. This is my favorite bet of the week. And Campbell, guess what?
What?
It's not enough. Give me the Tennessee Vols to roll all over the Arkansas Razorbacks Saturday in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
You going to the game, Campbell?
I am going to the game.
Are you? Okay, good. You sitting in the same place as last time?
Yes, I'm actually sitting in the same place as last time. I hope that lady's behind me.
You hope she is there.
Let's go.
Yes.
Okay.
You have a story to everybody?
I've not told the story on the show because I didn't know that you wanted me to. I was just curious if you were going to encounter the same person.
There was a woman behind me, and she really got frustrated because I was apparently leaning on her knees, and she was pressing her knees into my seat. And so the cops had to come over and everything. She started calling me a bitch, yelling. At that point, the whole section had the attention. Like, everyone was paying attention. Parker just said, tell the story. Anyways, it was kind of blown out of proportion. And she just was screaming at me. So I want to go sit in front of her again.
You should.
You should.
Because your seat had one of those seat backs. Yeah.
Was like slumped down, and her knees were, it's a soft back. So like if your knees are in it, I was like this, and these guys in front of me noticed, went and got the cops.
Oh,
she
wow.
kept whispering in my ear like "little entitled bitch" over and over again.
Ooh.
For offering me their seats, and I was like, I would totally take your seat, but I'm not gonna give her that satisfaction. So
Just tell her you're going to turn the page on her ass if she says something else.
okay,
That's what you need to tell her. That's what I tell her.
Yeah, for sure.
Campbell's gonna be duking it out. We're gonna get a phone call. Got to bail Campbell out of jail on Saturday afternoon.
What'd you think of the debate Tuesday night?
The vice president's
Yeah.
debate.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I thought it was very. I said in our family group chat, I thought they were both very respectful to each other, which is something we don't see often anymore. So I watched the highlights, and I thought it was a really good debate.
Yeah.
I didn't talk about it. Let me tell you what I thought about it.
Sure.
I thought that both of those candidates were better than the two we have running.
I don't disagree.
That's what it felt like an old, like when you watch old debates before
2016.
before it is. This is what it felt like. They were very cordial. There were even points where they were agreeing with each other. They both spoke very well. They didn't sound like idiots. So
I have to admit, if I was Vance, I would have questioned Tim Walz on his 4-4 defense technique. I'd have to get him to draw that up for me. I said, can you explain why in the hell you decided to run a 4-4 defense? I mean, look, I know we got policy and shit to talk about, but can you help me out? What made you think a 4-4 defense was going to work? That's what I would ask.
All right, Campbell, what's your fifth college pick?
Sam Houston State versus somebody.
UTEP.
I'm going to Sam Houston State.
Good pick. Hey, good pick, Campbell. Good pick. I like your picks. Picks.
I can't take credit. I can't.
Yeah, I like the Sam Houston pick. I like that one.
I'm looking for the line.
It was at 10 the last I saw it.
Against UTEP?
Yeah, it's Friday night. It's early, so it'll be early
okay.
at the top. It's Friday night.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
And maybe tonight.
Sam Houston's minus 10.5. It's tonight.
Yes, tonight.
It was 8 years.
It's okay. It's okay. You're good. They'll win that one by 21 plus.
No, I'm saying in the comments, people are saying they're quoting me saying back in the day the debates were cordial, and they're like laughing because it was in 2016. Okay, well, I was 15 in 2016, so to me that was back in the day.
And those weren't cordial. 2016 weren't cordial. The last ones that were
2012.
cordial would be 2012, and that was Romney and Obama. Yeah.
And that was 10 years ago, so thank y'all.
Yeah, the last time they were, you were 11. The last time they were cordial debates. All right, Tyler, what you got?
All right, Neal. My final pick before we get to our money lines. You know, we got a good friend that listens to the show named Coach Nuke, Army guy. And we talked about today about how the reason that we have a football show and we're able to talk about football and we're able to be free is because of the massive sacrifice that our military has put on the line.
For sure.
And I find no better way. You know, I'm not just talking about it. Give me the Army. Golden Knights are going on the road to play Tulsa. The undefeated Army Golden Knights going on the road at Tulsa. I got them at 12.5. Can you check that real quick whenever you get done? I got them at 12.5. It doesn't matter. 12.5. 12, 13, 13.5. It doesn't matter. Give me the Army Golden Knights that are going to go into Tulsa and they're going to run the triple until they can't slow them down.
It's minus 12.
Minus 12, even better. Army minus 12 on the road at Tulsa.
All right, Campbell, what you got? Your money line pick, your underdog to win straight up. You went with Arkansas last week. They were close. They led in the fourth quarter, but they didn't finish the deal. Who you got this week?
Well, I wrote down Arkansas, but they're not going to win. So now I'm like, do I pick someone else?
Let's not do that.
So your dad said, I said, Campbell's going to pick, this was after the show the other day, Tuesday, we were in here talking. I said, Campbell's going to pick Arkansas to win. He goes, yeah, we'll have to have a veto on that one.
See, I recognized it before y'all even said it. I don't know. I didn't even pick one. Like,
I'm looking to see if I can help you somewhere because we might have to take a big swing here. Money line pick. You know what? We're gonna take just a small swing here. Let's go. We're gonna go Missouri plus 110 at Texas A&M.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. You had me worried because I thought you were about to take mine. Now I'm free. Missouri plus 110 at Texas A&M. I think that's a good pick. Like I said on the show Tuesday, I felt like this line's wrong. I feel like I'm being trapped here. I think Missouri should be favoring this game, and they're not. So Missouri.
Oh, you're going Florida. That was the other one I thought about. I don't know. I have no read on Florida.
I am not going Florida.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
No, I have it written down as a possibility.
Zach
Another one
said Carolina. Is that a good one?
Say which one?
North Carolina.
They suck.
Well, they just quarterback. They're down to like 19th.
I think I'll
They're
have to go.
plus 124 at home. No, I'd rather go Mizzou than them.
Okay.
All right, we're taking Mizzou. Mizzou plus 110. It is time for the Cisco Kids moneyline pick. And I'm kind of shocked that y'all allowed me to take this one. This is a fun bet. I'm shocked. I feel like I'm getting trapped, but that's okay. You know, this is a team that I've picked on a little bit this year, but they're going out and they're going out west as well, and they're going to the land where they, you know, we're worried about what coffee we're going to buy. We're worried about it. We got to go get an umbrella because it's raining all the damn time. We don't play that shit up in Ann Arbor. Give me the Michigan Wolverines on the road at plus 115 against the Washington Huskies. Washington got their teeth kicked in by Rutgers, got freaking physically dominated on the ground. They fit right in. This is like rinse and repeat. They're fitting right in to the narrative here. Give me Michigan plus 115 on the road at Washington.
All right. Before we get to our NFL picks, Campbell, have you ever had Wendy's nugs dipped in sauce?
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, you have? Have you ever had them covered in sauce?
No.
Oh, well,
Campbell.
let me tell you,
Campbell.
Campbell. Wendy's new saucy nugs take the crispy and spicy nugs you love. They turn them up to 11. 11. Choose between flavors like buffalo, honey barbecue, and garlic parm. Or if you're a real heat seeker, your brother is a real heat seeker. Are you a heat seeker?
No.
Okay, well, find a friend who is and try spicy ghost pepper. Only on Wendy's signature spicy nugs. Campbell, I dare you. That's 7 delicious ways to try the nugs you already love. Pick a flavor, grab some extra napkins, and prepare to nug like you have never, ever nugged before. For a whole new way to nug, it's got to be Wendy's at participating U.S. Wendy's.
I had some honey barbecue saucy nugs last Friday.
There you go.
They were unbelievable.
There you go.
Let's go.
You nugged like you'd never nugged before.
That is correct.
There you go.
And I even wore a white shirt and managed not to spill the sauce on
because you grabbed extra napkins.
I did.
Like you were instructed.
That's right.
All right, Campbell, to the National Football League we go. It's pick number 1. What you got?
So for the Packers versus Rams, I'm going with the Packers.
Oh, going with the pack attack.
All right, so she is going with Green Bay -3 in Los Angeles.
-3. Okay. Campbell,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but
I like that one, by the way. I like that pick. Rams are beat up.
Yeah. If Jordan Love, I don't, the luck's going to run out with Malik Willis. If Jordan Love is getting after it and playing, then I'm good. We'll see. But
what you got?
my first pick, Campbell, I don't know if you're aware of this. I'm like 0 and like 12.
What was your college money line, by the way?
Michigan plus 115. I'm like 0 and like 1,000 on Thursday and Friday night games getting this thing started. So eventually this thing's going to turn around. I think it turns around tonight. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are traveling to GJG's Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons are favored by 1.5.
2.5.
Or 2. They're favored by 2.5 now. Holy smokes. The Falcons are favored by 2.5. And guess what, Campbell? It's too much. Give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers plus 2.5 on the road at GJG's Atlanta Falcons.
All right. He's going with the Bucks. Campbell, what you got for his pick number 2, NFL?
For the Jets versus Vikings game, I'm going with the Jets.
Whoa. Campbell taking the Jets in London plus 2.5.
Tea and crumpets? Tea and crumpets?
They're playing in London?
They're playing in London at 9:30 on Sunday morning.
Oh.
Jets plus 2.5 against the Vikes, going with Aaron Rodgers and company.
That is.
Yeah. All right, what you got?
Neal
Tyler?
Campbell, my second NFL pick. I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's a game going on Sunday morning in London. There's going to be a little 10 crumpets. The New York Jets are underdogs. What'd you say, 2.5?
2.5.
Yeah. Vikings favored by 2.5. It's not enough. Give me the Minnesota Vikings minus 2.5 in London with a little tea and crumpets. I think the Minnesota Vikings are for real. The Jets can't find – they got to get Devontae Adams on their team. They got to find some answers, but you don't know how it's going to affect Garrett Wilson. Give me the Vikings in London. Short week or weird week with a turnaround and travel on the road. Neutral site. London. Do you know where they're playing? Did you ever look that up?
I think it's where Tottenham plays.
Okay, gotcha.
But I'm not positive.
All right.
Campbell, who you got for pick number 3 in the NFL?
Broncos versus Raiders game.
Okay.
I'm going to pick the Broncos.
Oh, I like
All right,
that.
just
Good
going
pick.
Denver at home minus 2.5.
Yeah, good pick. Good pick. That's in my pool. I only have 7 games in my pool, and that's one I had too. So I was just skipping around. Good. Hey, good pick. Like that pick.
Well, I need to get Zach's help every week, it seems like.
Good pick. Like that pick.
I love me some Zach, man.
Yeah, Zach's doing good for you. Neal, the Buffalo Bills are traveling to Houston to take on C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans. Buffalo coming off their first loss of the year last week. I have Buffalo -1. Is that what you have?
That is correct.
Buffalo is -1 at Houston. And Neal Campbell, it's not enough. Give me the Buffalo Bills -1 on the road in Houston. I think they win this game I think they cover. I like the Bills on the road against Houston.
Well, if they win, they're going to cover. It's a 1-point line.
Or push.
That's true. They could win by a point.
Or push, but I like the line. I don't think Houston's, when you look at who they've played, Houston has not really played the same schedule that Buffalo has. I think they're a better team. And Buffalo, although they got their teeth kicked in this past week, I don't think that Houston can do the same things that the Ravens were doing on offense.
All right, Campbell, pick number 4 in the NFL.
I'm going with the Colts. They're playing the Jaguars.
Yep. Indianapolis getting 2.5. So you're going the Colts getting 2.5 in Jacksonville.
Yep.
All right.
Well, Richardson might be hurt, which is good because if he doesn't play, the Colts have a much better chance of winning. And Jacksonville's bad.
Sooner or later, they got to win one, though, right?
I mean, yes, but they're bad.
I'm with you. Like, holy smokes.
I mean, literally, I don't just say this with Caroline, but their bright spot's been a rookie kicker.
He has been killing it in fantasy.
When your bright spot is a rookie kicker, that's
probably not a good sign.
It's good for him.
It's kind of like when your corner's leading a team in tackles.
Yeah, that's not the best sign in the world for your football team.
All right. I hate to do this next one. I hate to do it. I have to do it. But I hate to do it. The Baltimore Ravens are traveling to Cincinnati. They're playing our Bengals.
Don't.
They're playing our Bengals.
You're going to bury our boys.
I am. The Baltimore Ravens have figured it out after a slow start. They're coming together. They're playing extremely well on both sides of the ball. They've got this Derrick Henry thing figured out. They go, you know what? We need to get him going like downhill more. And they've done it the last 2 weeks. And it's led to 2 brilliant offensive performances. Our Bengals, on the other hand, with all the talent they have, they've struggled to get it going in the offensive side of the ball. They got contract issues going on. They got this. They got that. Running back. Still haven't got the running back thing figured out. Give me the Baltimore Ravens. I got them at 2.5, Neal.
It's 2.
Give me the Baltimore Ravens -2 at our Cincinnati Bengals.
All right, Campbell, your 5th and final NFL pick of the week is?
I'm going with the Saints. They're playing the Chiefs.
Oh, I actually like this pick. It's a Monday night game. New Orleans is a 5.5-point underdog.
I like it. Saints plus 5.5. All right. Like it.
All right, what's your final pick of the week?
All right, Neal, my last pick of the week. I'm debating, but I'm going to go here. The Arizona Cardinals are traveling to the San Francisco 49ers. What you got them at? Afternoon game.
Yeah, I'm looking at Arizona's +7.
The 49ers are favored by 7 points, Campbell. And guess what? It's too much. Give me the Arizona Cardinals +7 on the road at the 49ers. I almost went with this other one. I was debating. That was our last pick. Fun trend here. Courtesy of our good friend Andre Duke sent this to me. So far in the NFL, teams that are 5.5 point spreads or higher are 18-3-1 against the number.
Yeah, as a rule, if you will just take big numbers, you're going to win more than you lose.
Yeah.
NFL games are just close, and
Too close.
NFL people don't try to pile it on. Ain't nobody in the NFL worried about style points. They're just worried about dubs.
And San Francisco's beat up, you know what I mean? And Arizona's going to try to score points. I think you can even get a backdoor cover in this one with Arizona trying to score. Arizona struggled last couple of weeks, but the one thing that Arizona can do is they do well against the run. Buda Baker's a beast, especially in the run game. Give me Arizona in a divisional game +7. The other one I liked was the Giants +6.5 at Seattle, coming off a short week. But I'm going to stick with the Cardinals +7.
I actually like the Giants pick too. I like that one a lot. Campbell, what you got planned for the weekend?
I have 2 of my good friends coming in town. Megan Zays is coming to town for the first time since graduation. And then my friend Margaret, and then me and Brock are going to the game with 2 of his friends.
Go Vols.
Okay, go Hogs. Even though we'll lose. But yeah, stay update on the lady behind me.
Yeah, we'll have to get an update on that. Give Megan. I haven't talked to Megan in forever. She's one of my favorite former Coyotes. Megan says,
Yeah.
You know, I'm speaking to the Coyotes.
Yes, I'll be there. I fly back from Colorado that day, but I will show up.
Okay, I'm speaking to the Coyote chapter.
Just try not to get any more proxies to beat me. Just leave it. Let's leave it. Let's stop it at Campbell. Oh, Campbell disappeared.
Oh, I think we just lost her. All right, Campbell, thanks so much for the time. Appreciate you. Love you.
That was Baby Scoops. Is that what we decided to call her, Baby Scoops? Oh, yeah, we got to say bye in the proper way.
Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. My AirPods died, and I think it caused a...
Oh, that's okay. I was just saying, appreciate your time. Love you very much. Hope you have a great weekend.
Love you. Bye, y'all.
See ya. Now, that was the proper exit. So, congratulations to Baby Scoops. I think Baby Scoops has got some good picks this week. I really do.
She did better than I did the week before. So, as long as we have progress, we'll ride the streak and see what happens.
I didn't have many in my pool here. We got like 3 more minutes. Let me tell you one I almost did money line. Let me tell you one to watch out for. The Syracuse Orangemen on the road at UNLV. This was a money line possibility for me. UNLV struggles up front to match up. Like when they played Kansas, they got pushed around. They had no business winning that game against Kansas. Syracuse made money line or Syracuse +6.5. I like that one a lot. I did have the Clemson game in there. And then the Florida Gators. I think Florida coming off of a bye week. It's time. You know, if you're ever going to do it, now's the time. Don't need to slip up. Big game in Gainesville for Billy Napier and crew.
Yeah, it's
in Gainesville.
Big.
And then the Giants. I talked about the one I like there.
And L this week for Billy.
Ooh,
it ain't
not good.
It ain't good.
I mean, it'll be okay for his bank account, but not good. Not good.
Could be good for his Monday golf game.
Yeah, he's not a golfer. Billy not a golfer.
Well, then there you go.
Billy not a golfer.
He could start.
Yeah, Billy not a golfer. So that's all I had today, Scoops.
All right. Well, I appreciate everybody being with us. We've had to cram this one in a little bit because I made a clerical error this morning. But we're brought to you each and every podcast by our friends at Rain Total Body Fuel, 300 milligrams natural caffeine, BCAAs, electrolytes, 0 sugar. It's got what you need to push the limits and achieve your goals. Check them out on Instagram at Rain Body Fuel to learn more.
Neal, we're also brought to you by our good friends at PTG Outdoors. They are a Camus boat dealer. They have both fresh and saltwater boats. They sell and service Mercury outboards. They do custom marine and electronic installations with Garmin, Humminbird, and Low Ranch products. You can get all of your fishing needs and custom golf cart retrofits where they replace all of the batteries with a single lithium battery. You can check them out. Their location, brick and mortar at Grenada, Mississippi, or more importantly, no matter where you're located, if you're looking for your outdoor needs, go to ptgoutdoors.com, their online store, and they will ship it to you anywhere in America.
All right, that does it for us. We'll be back on Monday with another edition of McCready and Siskey. I'll be back from Columbia. We'll talk about all the games in college, and we'll still have the one pro game left with the Saints and the Chiefs. But we'll break down the weekend that was. Visit with AJ McCarron. Have Mac 10 Monday. Hope everybody has a great weekend. If you're staying with us here on MPW Digital, the Butcher versus the Dance Instructor is next. Pete's Pigskin previews right after that. Then Henry's Guys with me and Chase, presented by Comer and Southern, as we wrap up a week of podcasts here at MPW Digital. Thanks to everyone for being with us. And for Tyler, I'm Neal. Take care.